Hey, it's David, BreezeFlippers. It's the end of another week, and we've got some orders to ship. About 8 of them actually so far to go out today. So maybe we'll get a few more tonight, which we usually do overnight, but we hope that we do. It's been a busy week. We've had 3 auctions this week on Dibdit, and those have gone really well. And then sales haven't been bad. We've done a little over $600 and almost $630 in sales on eBay. So we'll talk a little bit about that and what's going on. So let's get into it.
Find it, flip it, ship it, wear BreezeFlippers, keep it moving. Find it, flip it, ship it, repeat.
Like I said, not been a bad week, actually been a very good week for us. So anytime we get over $600 in sales, I'm always happy. So it puts a little bit of money in the bank, keeps things paid. We're tickled with that. So, but we did have 8 sales that's gone out so far. I did have 1 sale canceled, kind of frustrated me, but hey, it was the Masters golf balls that I had, and it sold for $139.99, and then they canceled it like the next day. So didn't ship it, at least it didn't go out, and we didn't have to deal with that. But it's been a busy week. We've had some great auctions on Dibdit. Again, if you're not on Dibdit and you haven't had a chance to go check it out, please check it out. Dibdit.com. Use BreezeFlips. You can get $5 off your first $10 purchase. We had some great auctions. We had 2 comic auctions. I sold at least an entire short box full of comics, which makes me very happy. And then we also had another comic auction on Thursday. We sold a bunch of bundles, so some really big bundles on that. And then Friday we did a media auction and did very, very well on that as well. Plus we still have a lot of media left, so we're going to do another one next week. So get a chance, go over there and check us out. And if you're here, and the first time you're here and you're just seeing me, thank you. I'm a part-time reseller, just so you know. And then I do this on the side, and I've done video now for going on, it's going to be a year in December. So if you're here and you've had a chance and you like this, I would love it if you'd subscribe and help us get to 1,000. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. We're going to do some giveaways. So once we do some 1,000, we're going to do a giveaway of a bunch of books that I've got, how to collect comics and all that stuff. So it's just something fun. So let's talk a little bit about what's sold though. First of all, I already told you about what canceled. That's frustrating, nothing you can do about that. But I am selling games, and I had said before, some of the things that I talked about, sell what's your passion, what do you sell? I love selling games. I love selling games, I love selling comics. And just so happens that we have both of those today. So this is a NASCAR Dirt to Daytona PS2 2002 complete in box. This was tested and works, and we tested it. It actually sold for $18.99. It'll get $4.99 shipping. So that's gonna be going out. PS2 games, guys, they will sell. Some of them are kind of but some of them are pretty good. I mean, they're quite older now, but if you can test them and they're good. The only thing is, a lot of the games that they're PS2 that are the black covers, I think they're black or blue. They might be black. They show a lot of scratches, but that doesn't generally mean they don't work. So if you can test them, that's always great. If not, don't put tested in there. But they do sell. So we did sell some other games though. PS2, and it's funny because these sold almost simultaneously. The guy was asking about it, another guy was asking about one, and they both bought them. So, and I thought, well, maybe it was the same person, but it sure wasn't. But this one is the PS2 NASCAR Heat 2002 complete Need for Speed, Most Wanted, and Burnout. No manuals. So there's some of these are not complete, but there's an extra game in here. So there's actually four games. This actually sold for $21.99, and it's going to get $6.99 shipping. Now this one is a fairly big order. I'm hoping that I put enough shipping on it, but who knows. But it's kind of happy to get rid of some of these. So a while back we bought a whole bunch of Stampin' Up stamps. I paid $50 for a large box of stamps, and I thought at that time this would be fun. We could do this, it would sell. Well, they have sold, but it's been very, very slow. So I had somebody contact me yesterday, and they said, hey, would you do combined shipping on all, if I want all 3 of these, and would you by chance take $25 for all of them? I'm like, well, they've been in my inventory since who knows when. So I was like, absolutely, yeah, sure, I will take $25 for all of them, and I will combine the shipping. So anyway, I ended up combining 3 different sets of stamps, as you can see, and the total on that was $25, and I charged $8.99 shipping, which should be fairly close. I got to find a decent sized box to put it in, but I'll probably take them out of the plastic wrap though and fit them in there a little bit better, because right now that looks like a big box, but I think it'll work better finding a different box. But anyway, couldn't really pass that up. It gets rid of the Stampin' Up inventory. I won't really buy those anymore. I don't unless I was getting them for a quarter a piece and they were perfect, I don't know. I don't even know if I would even then. So, because I think the only way to sell them is to really truly lot them up. And they're not light. I mean, that's a pound at least of, you know, shipping. So there's probably 4 pounds of stamps there. Let's see. Wouldn't be a weekend if I didn't sell at least one more magazine. So did sell this one. This is the December 2014 Elizabeth Ostrander and Joaquin, how do you spell his name? Joaquin Phoenix? I don't know. Anyway, he was a terrible joker either way. But anyway, it was an interview with him. So this was, like I said, December 2014. It's in pretty good shape. So that went out for the $3.03, and I get $7.99 shipping for those. So very happy with that sale. And then comics. I did sell some comics, and these are cool. So these are actually from MegaCon, and this is the Spider-Gwen Smash #1. These are all near mint. This is the John Gang Virgin Gwenom MegaCon variant. So anyway, there's 2 comics here. You can't really see the one in the back, but both of these have COAs, and these are pretty cool. I debated about getting them graded. They would probably grade out at 9/8, guaranteed almost. Kind of sad in some ways that I should have maybe done that, but at the same time, none of them have really been graded, so there's not really that many. So, you know, am I going to basically spend $30 to make an extra 10 or 15? It's probably what it would end up being, I bet you. So, so it probably wasn't really worth it to do it, but I did get $32.39 and free shipping for that. So, and that's pretty close to what they're valued at. But anyway, cool looking comics, lots of color on those. Let's see, what else did we sell? Oh, we sold Wonder Woman, staying in the comic theme. So this is a Wonder Woman clock. Picked her up at a yard sale for $1. Picked up a whole bunch of stuff that day, and Sherry, my wife, found this one and said, "Oh, this is cool." I'm like, "Oh, cool." Put the batteries in, it works perfectly. So I sold one like this. The other one was a Lego clock, was the Pirates of the Caribbean, Jack Sparrow, right? Sold that a while back. So I thought this one might eventually go. I have seen these around, so they do sell pretty well. The Jack Sparrow sells the best though. But this one sold for $24.99, and it's gonna go out with free shipping, but again, they don't cost that much to ship. Let's see, part of the Pokemon plush buy that I did. He's a Slowpoke. This one's Slowpoke, he's cute. Anyway, he's in a bag, but anyway, sold him. He was $27.99 and free shipping. So again, that's part of that plush buy. We're still selling them. Some of them are still listing because they're still they're timed to go out. You know, I time listings to go up every day, and some of them are still getting listed. So there's a lot of traffic on them, which is great. I haven't started promoting them yet, so I may promote them. You know, kind of waiting and letting them go up for a week and see if they get any traffic on their own, because some of them are more popular. But after they go up for a week or two, I will probably put some promotion on them just to kind of see if we can spur the sales a little bit. And last but not least, some more games. PSP, the Dangerous Hunts Ultimate Challenge, and Cabela's Legendary Adventures. So 2 PSP games. I don't think these are complete. There's no manual. No, one of them's complete in box. So they're both complete, actually. Well, one of them's complete. So the Ultimate Challenge, Dangerous Hunt's complete. But anyway, PSP games, they do okay. They're not terribly great, but I think they're rare enough that if you do find them, I picked up 4 or 5 of them yesterday for $1 a piece. Actually, sourcing wasn't great yesterday, but it was okay. Did I say what these were? $24.99, and we got $5.99 shipping on those. But yeah, I mean, sourcing yesterday was a little slow. I mean, there were only about maybe 6 garage sales that we found, and only one of them was worth anything. I ended up buying, at one garage sale, I spent $20, and I'll probably make, off of what I bought there, probably about $300, because he had the Nintendo DS game cartridges for Pokemon. So I had 2 of those, and there's a bunch of Mario Brothers in there. So all of those games, and then the other games that I got, they're good value. So I ended up paying $20 for all that, plus a baseball bat that had never been used, and so probably, you know, worth 45, maybe 50 on that one. So gonna do pretty well from that one garage sale. Then we went to another one. I think we only just picked up some lightsabers. I'm not sure where I'm gonna sell them yet. They're the ones by Hasbro, I believe. They were maybe sold at Walmart or at Kmart. I mean, this is a long time ago. They were still new in the box, but the boxes were really bad. Ended up paying $10 for 3 of them. So, but you know, looking up the comps, they were $30 to $40 each. So not gonna complain about that. And I did pick up a Penn State Opoly game. Actually picked up a game that usually if they're sealed, I will try to pick up the games because they've been selling. So they either sell in our booth, they do well in our booth, but they also have sold online. I've sold a bunch of Monopoly games online that are sealed. So, and one that wasn't sealed, that Star Wars one with all the characters in it. So sometimes they do very, very well. So anyway, all told today, that's about, I think just in the 2 days, about $280. Like I said, we have about $630 for the whole week going out. So definitely not going to complain. Very happy with that. If we get a few more sales tonight, which is usually typical. So we will get some more overnight. So you have to pardon me, guys, if I sound bad. I've been fighting a cold all week since I got back from South Florida. I don't know if it's something I caught or picked up on the way, but it has been knocking me out. But we're persevering and going through it, which is kind of part of, you know, the whole thing is like when you're a part-time seller, you you know, you have a full-time job, obviously you have to do, but being part-time, it's a challenge, because if you're not feeling good and you don't do anything, then nothing gets done and your business suffers a little bit. So, you know, you always have to kind of, you know, balance it out. So I've been trying to balance it out as much as I can. I haven't done a lot of listing, but I have a bunch of listings that are ready to go anyway, that they're, you know, going out over the day. So we'll be okay for at least another week, but tomorrow I'm going to do some listings tomorrow night and get a bunch of stuff done on it. So kind of get the business moving and rolling again this week, since we're back now, and we're going to be back and we're doing a bunch of auctions. We're going to be doing a whole bunch of stuff to kind of start getting things going a little bit. So, but that's kind of what's been going on. Our numbers as far as where we're at, because I always like to do that at the end of every week. If we look at month over for this month compared to last month this same time, we're up about 25%. So we're on a good trajectory, I think, and still year over year. Just looking at year over year, we're actually starting to creep up. So we're starting to get we're across the line. So hopefully we'll start adding some stuff. So we're coming up on fourth quarter, and I'm just curious, what's your plans for fourth quarter? What are you guys stocking up on? What are you looking for? Are garage sales still hopping in your area? That's what I wonder, because where are you at that garage sales are hopping? Because right now, I think it's just too hot in Florida, plus school starting and everything. I think it's been a challenge. But in the next couple weeks, we will see some more garage sales. And the reason why is because we've got Flee Across Florida coming up, which is in September. The weather starts changing a little bit, gets a little bit better. Our garage sales start picking up quite well. Matter of fact, our garage sales do really well from September probably through, I don't know, through the end of December, honestly, sometimes in January. February sometimes a little tough in March, but they start picking up again. So I think I'm looking forward to some better sales. So things that are going to pick up and get going. So as far as anything else going on with the business, I'll tell you the one thing that I had a pet peeve today is driving me nuts. I had this guy send me an offer for 2 games that I have listed. One of them is rock country band, or rock. It's a, what I want to call it. I'll tell you exactly what it is. I'll pop it up on the screen. It's driving me nuts. He sent me an offer, and it just makes me mad when people do this, because I just think they're doing it to mess with you. It is the Xbox 360 Rock Band Country Track Pack 2 Band Hero and Game Lot. So this is basically Band Hero and Rock Band Country Track Pack 2. So the Country Track Pack 2, I've seen it sell, a brand new, sold for $100. And but used, it's selling for anywhere from $20 to $30. So I have it priced, 2 of them, and I also got Band Hero in there. And I have those priced at $34.99 each, and I mean $34.99 together for both of them together, and $5.99 shipping. I don't think it's unreasonable. I think it's right where it needs to be. He sent me an offer for $10, and I declined it. I said no. I said I'm not taking any offers. It just listed today. It literally just went up today. And then he sent me not 2 minutes later, sent me an offer for $15. I'm like, dude, it just listed today. Honestly, I'm not going to take any offers on it. Did it again. He sent it for $20. And I'm like going, this is ridiculous. So I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. I declined it. He sent me a $25 one, and I declined it again, because I'm like, it just listed today. And I know maybe some people would say, man, I'd take that $25 in a heartbeat. I just know that it'll get $30 at least. So he sent me another offer. I don't know, he sent it at 30, and at this point it's just principle. I was pissed. So I sent it back an offer at 33 and said, you pay this, I'll sell it for this. And he declined it, which maybe that's what he wanted to do, but he's done. So anyway, he can't send any more. He wants to buy it, he has to buy it full price. And honestly, it'll probably sell full price. You know, it's just kind of funny how people do what they do. I think they're just messing with you. And I know some people would say I just blocked that person, and it thought crossed my mind, but I don't block very many people, honestly. Maybe I should, and in the future, maybe. You tell me, do you block people? I'm wondering. I don't know. So I think if they're being mean, or you know, there's something that definitely is high potential for an issue, then yeah, I would definitely block them. So maybe that would be the kind of the rule of thumb. And there's probably been a good chance that this guy would have been a return or some crap. So I don't know. Anyway, it's done now though, so I'm kind of happy with it. But that's what's going on, guys. So not a lot to talk about today. I have a lot of stuff I'm going to try and talk about in the future. We'll kind of get into some more stuff. I'm going to be testing out tomorrow the Better Lister AI. They've made some enhancements to it that I haven't taken the time to do yet. But the only thing I was going to say that kind of irritated me a little bit, but I will say the customer service was great. I did not know that if you didn't use your credits every month that they don't carry over. So they do not carry over. So if you are trying it, you have to use your 100 credits, which they say, well, that's just to kind of keep you on a pace and making, like, I don't think anyone needs to control my pace. I know what I'm doing. I don't, if I want to list 100 in a month, I will. If I want to list 500 in a month, I will. But anyway, they said they would just give me the 80 credits. So I have that added on. Those won't go away. But my goal is to use up all of them this next few weeks to see how I like it, to see if it's something that my wife can use. Personally, I probably, if she doesn't like it, I'm not going to use it. And the reason why is just because I'm so accustomed to the way I do it. I don't have any problems with it. I can list, 20, 30 items in an evening. It's just something I can do. So anyway, I'd be curious to hear anybody else that's used it. Tell me what's your thoughts on it. Tell me what you think of the new enhancements. They've allowed you to actually go in and change your SKU now, and they've loosened up the SKU rules a little bit so that you can use more than numbers. So I think it's a little bit better, but we'll see. So I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to give it an honest try because, I think it's a good platform. It's a good software, especially great for new people, but I really think it might be better for close. And that's just kind of a thought because most of the stuff that I see in listing are that. So I'm going to try everything this week. I'm going to try plush. I'm going to try games. I'm going to try some toys. I'm going to try some comics. So I'll let you guys know. I'll give you a full report on it. So anyway, that's what's going on. I hope you guys are doing great. I hope your week is fantastic. We should start seeing some sales pick up. Back to school's going on. Get those backpacks out there and sell those to those kids. As a matter of fact, most of them probably starting this week. At least Florida schools, a lot of them are starting this week. So hope your sales go great. I hope things are great for you guys. I'm David, BreezeFlippers. We'll see you.
Find it, flip it, ship it, where